Hello Year 4, today we're going to think about spellings, more specifically the ly suffix. So before we begin, I'd like to think about getting some paper and a pencil or pen so you're ready. Pause me if you need to. First we're going to do a quick spelling quiz. Jot down 1 to 10 on your paper. Number 1, busy. They were very busy gardening. The word is busy. Number 2, actual. It was his actual birthday on the Tuesday. Actual. Number 3, possible. We often say possible to help us get that one. Everything is possible. Possible. Number 4, recent. I had a recent scare when I couldn't stop sneezing. Recent. 5th word is famous. The word is famous. So David Attenborough is famous for telling us all about nature and wildlife. The word is famous. Number 6, particular. But we say particular is how we try to do it at school. I had a particular craving for chocolate the other day. Particular. 7, we have strange. I heard a strange sound in the night. The word is strange. Or I ran away from the strange thing. So we've got that little word in the middle. Number 8, we have certain. Certain. I am certain you're all trying your hardest at home. Certain. Number 9, we have complete. I hope that you complete this video with more knowledge about ly, being a suffix. We always say complete until the end to help us remember what is at the end. Complete. And number 10, we have probably. Probably. I'm probably going to go out and enjoy the sunshine later. Probably. Okay, so with the same pencil or pen, or a different colour if you'd like to, we're going to go through them together. Number 1, we have busy. And we always say it's busy on the bus. That helps us remember there's not a Z. Number 2, we have actual. So act, and then UL. Remembering there is not another L. Number 3, possible. So say possible. Pos-i-bull. I can make anything possible. Number 4, we have recent. It's just remembering that there is not an S, it is a C. Number 5, we have famous. On this one, our root word is fame with an E, but we don't need the E, and us is O-U-S. So it's a different type of suffix. Number 6, we have particular. Par-tic-u-la. That's how we break that longer word down. Number 7, strange. And in class, we've often said we ran away from something that was strange. We had certain. Often we say can or can't decide whether it's certain. Number 9, complete, until the end. And we often drew end sign there to help us remember it's got a complete E. We think about doing a nice smiley E as well. So whatever helps you remember. And last but not least, we have probably. So prob, ab, ly. I think somebody said we'll probably have abs, something along those lines. And that helped us get there. Tell the person near you or show me on the screen how many you got out of 10. If you got them all right, fantastic. If you didn't, see if you can figure out those little ways to remember it, and that will help you again next time. So, we are doing the ly suffix today because we're going over all the patterns from your book. It is something that you've done before, but hopefully we're adding a few more patterns today. Now, first of all, we need to think about what a suffix is. A suffix is a group of letters that we add to the end of a word. A suffix may change the meaning of a word, or it might change the job that it does. One example would be the word brave. That is my root word, my original word. Now I might add a suffix, ly. And ly is our suffix. Together, they make the word. You can say it out loud with me at home if you like to. Bravely. That is the root word and the suffix together. And through adding the suffix ly, it has changed this adjective, brave, which describes something or someone, into an adverb, bravely. It might say how something is done. This is simply the first pattern for adding ly. Simply put ly on the end. However, there are some more patterns to go through. Here are the first words for you to add ly to. This is just for the pattern. Most ads just add ly. You will notice some of them from the quiz that we did at the beginning. Pause me as you need to. Let's see if you got them right. Hopefully you did. All we needed to do was simply add ly onto the end of each one. And there you are. That should have been your spelling words. Do take note, however, when it's something like careful, you just still add the ly, so there will be two L's there. You don't get rid of an L. Also, because the suffix starts with a consonant, you don't have to drop the E. So on completely, the E stays. That is a really common mistake. So because the suffix starts with a consonant, you don't have to do anything with the E. You can just add ly too. Pattern number 2. This is the one we put in your Monday motivation. If the root word has more than one syllable, so we can think about our syllables with claps or with our mouths and how they open. So if the root word has more than one syllable and ends in a Y, then we change the Y to an I and we add ly. An example, we have the word happy. How many syllables does that have? Yes, 2. Happy, happy. Happy is our root word, our original word. We add the suffix ly. If we are following pattern number 2, I do the first part, I change my Y for an I and we add ly until we have happily. Happy, an adjective, describing. Happily, our adverb, thinking about how something might be done. Here are your words to change and add ly to using pattern number 2. Pause me and then stop me when you're ready to mark them. Let's see with these words. I'm going to change the Y for an I and add ly. Change the Y for an I and add ly. Say it with me this time. Change the Y for an I and add ly. Change the Y for an I and add ly. So you'll end up with busily, cheekily, luckily, easily. How did you do? How many out of 4 did you get? Here they are, written out without all the alterations. Okay, now we're moving on to pattern number 3. Here we are, pattern number 3. If the root word ends in IC, you add alley. Here we are, I have my word magic. Because it has IC at the end, that gives me a clue that I need to add alley instead, magically. We don't say magically, we say magically, but it's spelt that way. I'm going to give you the next set of words. Can you use this pattern, number 3, to add ly into them? But it's not ly this time, it will be alley. Here are your words to change using pattern number 3. As there was an IC at the end of each of these words, we just add alley. How many did you get right out of 4? Pattern number 4. If the root word ends in LE, change the LE to LY. Frustratingly, it didn't have room at the bottom, so it's just at the top. Here we are, I have gentle that ends in LE and I want to add the suffix LY. Your words to add the suffix ly to using pattern number 4. Pause me so you can complete them. Let's see how you did. Now, idle, I'm going to change my LE for LY. So idle turns into idly, thinking about the camel actually from our story. The others are linked in, so simply the LE has been switched for an LY. Have a look, see how you did. Create two columns. Which of these words are spelt correctly and which of these words are spelt incorrectly? This is hopefully what yours should look like. Can you now, if you haven't already, add the corrections to the words which were not spelled right?
These were the mistakes. Carefully simply needed ly added to it. Simply had an le at the end, so it just needed to be replaced for an ly. Busily should have an ily, as the y should have been replaced for an I. Cosmically, because it ended in ic, should have ally.
Practice adding the ly suffix to lots of different words. Let's see how snazzy you can be.